Welcome to viseNvincent. It's a shortcut to a good time. I'm Cooper Vice.
And I'm Taylor Vincent.
Oh, Taylor, you're so quiet and you sound so sad. What's wrong?
No, I'm doing great, buddy.
No. What is it? We're not going to podcast with you feeling like this.
Well, I don't want to drag anyone else into this.
Well, I'm your co-host, and I would say that outside of being your co-host, I'm also your pretty good friend. I think at this point we could say that we're pretty good friends. So, no, let's get into it.
That's fair.
We can just cut this out if it's, if it's
okay.
too much of a
I'll
bummer.
just, something happened today. And I don't know if I'm going to, go to jail or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's really eating me up. So I had this encounter with this man. I was doing what I usually do at night. I drive around and get food from restaurants and deliver them to people.
And you do this for free?
No, I do get paid for this.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if it was appropriate to name the company.
Oh, sure.
Over our airwaves.
It rhymes with gator.
That it does. And so I was doing my usual route, going to the Ham and kind of looping around, seeing if there's anything popping up, and then moseying my way back home. And while I was in Birmingham, an order popped up for a restaurant that makes pizzas, which again is already a weird concept.
Yeah.
That they're using a third-party delivery for pizza.
Right. Because this was probably Domino's or Papa John's, right?
No, it was just like one of those cool pizza restaurants in Birmingham.
Authentic.
It was not one of your big three Papa John's.
Right.
Pizza Hut,
They fly
Domino's.
the sauce in from Italy and
Right.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Right, and they have cool craft beers and things like that.
Yeah. And the crust.
Yeah, that crust. Oh,
with the special water that they get from New York.
And the mozzarella.
What else is in it? That kind of covers the main.
Yeah, I mean, probably some pepperoni.
Yeah, everything else is kind of
pepperoncini.
Pepperoncinis, Italian sausage. Pineapple?
I don't want to create any more division in this world.
Sure.
Right now, so.
Now, during this time of healing, maybe we should just not touch that one. Okay, so anyway, you picked up a pie.
I did. I was going to pick up a pie for a young lady, or at least that was the name.
Sure.
But, sometimes you deliver and it's not what you think.
Mm-hmm.
So my assumption was that it was a lassie. And I went to go pick up this pie. And as, most restaurants are right now, it's kind of... most of it's roped off. There's signs pointing in the direction of where the food delivery companies will go, and there's a few of us there.
Mm-hmm.
All from differing companies. And as you well know, there is from time to time fights that break out.
Yes,
with the competing.
Well, usually what happens, especially in the upper crust areas of Birmingham, such as Mountain Brook or Homewood or something like that, a person will order the same thing on multiple apps
just to see who can get it first.
So sort of a death race of who can get it there first, and they'll just cancel the order for everybody who loses. So
right. And so I kind of had an encounter like that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And so the order was for somewhere in... The destination was somewhere in Mountain Brook.
Mm-hmm. And
I go and say, hey, this I'm here for Rhymes with Gator, and I'm here to pick up for a person.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, cool. It'll be a few minutes. It's not quite ready. Or they actually say, like, oh, is it for this person? And I say, no, that's actually... I didn't know you could order for Rhymes with Gator more than one time, but this is not the person I'm picking up for. Maybe someone else is here for them, but that's not for me. Mm-hmm. And she said, "Oh, okay. Well, this will be for the other one, and it'll be a few minutes." And I said, "Okay, that's fine. No big deal. I'm in no rush. It's been a pretty slow night, so it's not like I'm trying to get out there and get more orders done. This is kind of the only one I had going for me." And this other guy walks up, first thoughts, interesting outfit and gear.
Was he dressed like a, let me guess, like a firefighter?
No.
Oh, no.
Not a firefighter.
Okay, like maybe like a Ghostbuster suit? Maybe was he
close-ish.
From a week later Halloween party?
He did have stuff on his back, but it was not Halloween related.
Oh, okay.
Or I mean, maybe it was. Maybe it was a late Halloween party,
sure.
but not to my knowledge. It just kind of looked very out of place.
Okay, I'll have one more guess. Something on his back. Was it Yoda? Like from The Empire Strikes Back? Did he have
No,
Yoda?
Not quite.
Okay. All right.
It was one of those big old like hiking backpacks, but not just like, like a little spot for water and some snacks. It was like one of those like camping, long week, everything I own is in this backpack sort of thing. Like it was very tall and wide and looked very heavy. And the man who was carrying it, looked to be in his 50s or so. I mean, I'm judging by the grays of his hair. So who knows how old he actually was? Because some men look a lot younger but have gray hair. But who knows? Let's say he was around 50.
Yeah.
And start a conversation with him because I'm incapable of not socializing despite our current circumstances. But I did have on a mask, so it wasn't like, I was being irresponsible about it. He was kind of a little bit distant from me, a little closer than I wanted him to be, but,
You'll take what you can get.
Take what I can get. Also, important factor in this case, he is also not wearing a mask.
Sure.
That then, raises some feathers in the food delivery community that is waiting for their respective orders. And, I nudged the guy next to me like, hey, this guy's not wearing a mask.
What did he say?
And he said, yeah, I've been giving him the death glare, man. I don't know what hint he's not getting. And I said, maybe he doesn't want, let's not be so confrontational. Let's, maybe just kind of like give him a second. He just maybe forgot when he walked in, wanted a breath of fresh air of that good pizza pie smell, which we all do.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
Naturally, you walk in that door, pop open that mask for just one brief whiff, put it right back on.
Sometimes I'll go to Papa John's and ask to like fill out an application or something like that just so I have an excuse to be there for like 15 minutes and just like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who doesn't
get
do
a few
that.
whiffs. Yeah, everybody does that.
So maybe he just forgot to put it back on.
Sure.
After those whiffs. And wait a few minutes. Manager comes out. She doesn't look so happy, trying to be polite, but get this guy to get his mask on, for everyone's health and safety. And in that moment, I turn to the guy who I was just talking to and say, hey, while he's distracted with this manager, let's get him. Because, one, we already have a reason to not like him with the mask thing. So, like, our motive for him could have been just that.
Sure.
But also, we knew that we were all kind of waiting around. We all got there around the same time and were waiting for about the same amount of time. So I was thinking, one less body, the better for our delivering purposes.
Yeah. Pizza race.
Yeah. And so he agrees with me, and we, one thing led to another, and the manager stepped away and backpack was flying everywhere.
Wow.
And I barely scraped out of there with the food. I mean, the guy who I was brought the idea to, he got so entrenched in the fight that he was really going after this guy.
Sure.
I scraped out with the food, kind of ran out to get paid.
Yeah.
So it ended up being pretty cool for me because I kind of insinuated this fight.
Right.
And knocked out 2 of the 3 people that were here for this food.
That's huge.
And so I came away pretty squeaky clean.
Wow.
I did manage to keep the man's shoes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are those them right there?
Yeah, no, I really liked them, so I just...
They're great. Yeah, oh wow, look at those.
While we were in this kind of kerfuffle, I thought, why not just take the guy's shoes?
Yeah.
It's not like he needs them.
They look a little big on you, but you'll grow.
Yeah, I mean, I'll grow into them. I'm still a growing boy.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I still eat 3 helpings when my wife fixes me a yummy meal.
Yes, yeah, you're scarfing them down
to fit in these new shoes.
To get hopefully it all goes to your feet.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Well, it sounds like,
I mean, kind of happily ever after. I did end up getting the food to
Sure.
the delivery,
mm-hmm.
and but I'm just kind of afraid of what might happen. I mean,
Right.
not even in a karma sense, but if that guy files a complaint like, "Hey, I lost my shoes," or I don't know how it might come back to me, but that's kind of why I'm down. It's like, I did get these cool new shoes, I did get paid for the delivery, but I do kind of feel bad that it might come back to haunt me.
Well, yeah, if his big backpack got hurt, then he's probably definitely gonna try to get justice for that.
Yeah.
Well, my thoughts are with you as you navigate these events. I think that what you did was brave and pretty smart, setting
Thank you.
2 other, deliverers against each other.
And, hopefully this guy will learn his lesson, put his mask on.
Yeah, I mean, did you make it clear to him? Did you shout, like, this is what you get for not wearing a mask, or any sort of, like, warning shot across the bow that, like...
I will say, I will confess.
Sounds like this happened pretty fast.
I will confess there was no warning.
Okay.
But kind of, as an evil villain escaping, I did, like, and you're naughty kids sort of way. I said, put on a mask, and then skirted away.
As you fled stage left with your
with your
pizza.
My escape mobile took me to the delivery.
Yeah, you had a sort of a cobbled together flying machine that seemed to be made of like a bicycle and like an old helicopter rotor.
Yeah,
that made silly noises as you flew away to go to Mountain Brook and deliver that piping.
Because some of those hills are pretty.
Yes. Oh gosh, yeah. Did it say what kind of pizza it was? It doesn't matter, but
no. This is an important piece to the puzzle because it, sometimes pizzas do give off sort of, the opposite of pheromones.
Yes.
Like if you taking that good whiff of your pie and it might set you off. So, this might just be not my fault. I might have smelt a bad pizza.
Maybe. Let's workshop what I just came up with. So the opposite of pheromones. Here's it to kind of dissect the thought process that went through my brain. For some reason, my mind went to feral moans, like Will Ferrell.
Right. And
so I thought, what's the opposite of Will Ferrell? And so, but kind of sounds like it. And so I thought Fallon moans, like Jimmy.
Okay.
So does that track? Do you think that's funny? If I were to have just said Fallon moans, would you have understood what I was going for? Or is that too sweaty? Just be honest.
A little sweaty for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is too. I think the feral... somebody outside is clearly angry about my thought process there, but where's the guy? Taylor's the. Is it possible that those noises we're hearing are that man breaking into your house?
Come quick, lock the door. Just lock the door. Lock the door.
Okay, Renee is on her own.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I'll think more about the feral.
Okay, yeah,
because feral to like
that is the takeaway from all this.
Yeah, pharaoh to feral is a bit of a reach, and then like I also don't think that like Fallon is the opposite of Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
I mean it would be more like John C. Reilly, I guess, because they're usually like in movies together as like opposites.
Yeah, I was kind of my route of thinking was like the opposite would be got a not funny guy.
A not so like the okay, the opposite of Will Ferrell is Phil Werrell, that Twitter account that like pretends to be Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah,
and just steals. Okay,
yeah, that's it. Okay, we done it.
So yeah, it's okay, cool. So it's Werrell modes are the opposite of pheromones. All right, I'm glad we got to it.
I'm glad we sorted that out.
Okay, great. Well, it's been an interesting week since the last time we recorded.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a new...
I would say just from tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, things have been very busy in your life, just kind of centrally, but like, we have a new president-elect.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some might get angry just by us saying that phrase.
Yeah, that alone is very controversial,
which
but...
shouldn't be, but...
Hopefully no one listening will be upset. And if they are, I would invite them to never listen to another episode of viseNvincent ever again.
Yes, because this is now a politics podcast.
Yes. And so that is welcome to viseNvincent, a shortcut to politics.
Where we explain everything in and out, red and blue, green and purple, orange and yellow. We do it all here, folks.
Yes, I am Cooper Buttigieg.
And I am Taylor Warren.
And my question for you, Mr. Warren, on this first episode of our rebranded podcast, how many times did you vote?
3.
3? Okay. That's pretty good.
Thanks.
Good things come in threes.
Mm-hmm. And, I figure no more, no less.
Yeah. No. No one is going to be mad at you for voting 3 times. I, just due to, it being a pretty important election and all that.
Right.
What I did is back, a month ago or so, when it was still, like, mail-in time and all that, I got the birth certificates, social security numbers, all that stuff for all 4 of my deceased grandparents.
Oh.
And I had them send in their votes.
Nice.
So that's 4 votes for Joseph R. Biden.
There you go.
Right there. And then I sent in a mail-in. I also did an absentee in person.
Mm-hmm.
Both of the witnesses for that were also me, in kind of little disguises.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's 5 for me right there.
And what I did was a little bit of the opposite, because we like to be well balanced here on this politics podcast.
Yeah.
I voted in person,
mm-hmm.
and only once, so there was no fraud.
Oh wow. So where the other 2 come from?
Oh, you meant 3 times in this one election.
Yes.
I was thinking you meant total in my life.
Oh, no.
Okay, there was the mix-up there.
I see, yeah.
So I guess to answer your question again, I voted once.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I made it. Seems like I'm about to kind of make up for how many times you voted. Because I did those 5, or 6, rather. I did my 4 deceased grandparents.
Yes.
And another mail-in for myself, and then absentee. You
can do 2 for yourself?
Oh, you can do... depending on how crafty you are, you can do... Let me just run through it again. All right.
Okay.
4
deceased grandparents.
Yeah. Edwina and Cooper Stevens. You have Howard and Sally Weiss.
Right.
My 4 grandparents. Then you have me... Benjamin Cooper,
yes,
doing a mail-in. Another for Benjamin Cooper, doing a absentee in person.
Okay.
And then on election day, I voted,
right,
and then I went.
Did you do any mail-ins with your name you go by? Because I know your given name, your Christian name, mm-hmm. is Benjamin Cooper Weiss, mm-hmm. but everyone I know calls you Cooper Weiss.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that. I did a Benjamin and I did a Cooper.
Okay.
So that is a grand total of 7 before election day. And then on election day, went and voted as myself.
Right.
And then I did 2 more votes in disguise, kind of silly, like Wyndham Earl style disguises.
Cool.
Yeah, in fact, I pretty much just did the ones that Wyndham Earl does. Like I was like the... kind of like a roadster kind of hippie one.
Yeah.
I believe that's the one that he took to the R. And then like the real
cool.
The scholarly professor who met Audrey Horne at the library. And then...
And killed her with the nightstick.
Yes. And then he was sort of a Professor Plum type, I guess, that one. And then, Donna's dad's friend.
Oh,
I went as Donna's
okay.
as Donna Hayward's dad's friend, who had actually died like years before that.
Did you? Now, let me ask this because I don't doubt your craftiness.
Yeah,
but I am concerned with anyone catching on. Did you do all of these different things at the same polling place, or did you go to various areas to ensure your security of disguise?
Fraud.
Yeah. Well, inconspicuousness.
I thought these people at these polling places, they're looking at so many people. They're seeing so many people over these 12 hours. They're not going to know if one person the same height and approximate weight. Because I did, for the scholarly professor, I put a pillow under my shirt.
Right.
And, for the roadster hippie, I kind of sucked in my chest a bit.
And put on a corset.
Yeah, I laced up a corset. And I did have a problem with the corset where it was so tight that I wound up falling off the side into the ocean.
Like your motorbike?
Yeah. Well, no, I did not go to the trouble of getting a motorbike. It was more just my regular, just my outfit. That's as far as it went. But I did fall into the ocean, and Jack Sparrow did have to save me because I couldn't breathe because of how tight the corset. The Caribbean, I guess.
Oh, wow.
It was a big day.
Yeah, no, you're telling me.
Yeah, and so...
My voting day was very not fun. I was at least compared to yours.
No, mine was kind of a international romp. I had a great time.
Good.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey. It was great doing all those silly Twin Peaks disguises. I met Jack Sparrow, and I got to vote 9 times.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Didn't do a whole lot of good in Alabama. Probably should have gone to Georgia or Pennsylvania or something like that. But
you know what they say. You know what they say.
Yeah. What?
Oh, I was asking.
That if you're gonna vote 9 times, you might as well vote 10.
Well, why didn't you?
I was tired.
That's understandable.
From my big day.
I would say probably if your last time was falling into the ocean and being saved from not breathing through a corset, I would assume. Yeah. I wouldn't probably go again after that.
No, yeah, that was how my day ended.
Yeah.
Because then I got wrapped up in a whole adventure.
And you met Jack Sparrow.
I met Jack Sparrow, and I also met the other Jack, the monkey.
Oh, cool.
Because they named the monkey Jack. Remember?
Yeah.
Those movies, man.
So good.
Yeah.
I watched them recently.
Yeah, you were going back through them.
Yeah, when we had to quarantine for the second time, I think, something reminded me of them, and I hadn't seen them in such a long time, and I watched the first...
I think you were watching the first one pre-quarantine, maybe, because I think I was over. I think I caught a bit of it with you.
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe when it was after I quit my job, and it was just kind of like the week before I really started.
I think it was grinding. Something like that. But anyway, they're great films.
They are.
They're making like a girls one.
Oh, are they? The last I heard, they were still trying to do a prequel.
I think they're gonna
Mr. Sparrow.
I think they're gonna split it off. I think there's going to be which is so confusing, but I'm not the boss.
Because as far as I'm concerned, there's only 3.
Yeah, those other 2 are real stinkers.
I mean, I enjoyed them when I didn't see the 5th one. Yeah. I enjoyed the 4th one when I watched it, but I don't think it can be held up with the other 3.
Paul McCartney's in it.
You tell me that every time I talk about it, and I don't remember that.
He looks so out of place. He looks like he walked in from something else. He looks like he walked in from a music video where he's playing a pirate but has a much lower budget than the movie, and so every time
which is funny because it's Paul McCartney. Yeah, you think he wouldn't have a low budget.
No, it's just so jarring because you're watching like a pretty well, like the movie's bad, but like it looks good. And it's like, oh wow, it's like this cool lived-in pirate universe, and oh, there is Sir Paul McCartney, just kind of with some like gunpowder rubbed on his eyes to like make him look a little gross. Takes me out of the movie every time I've seen it once.
Right, but you were saying they're
they're about to split it off.
Do a girl, pirate.
Yes, they have like they're gonna keep Jack in it somehow. Although with Johnny Depp's whole life being crazy, they may not continue that. But they're also doing like a female-led one with Margot Robbie and Karen Gillan. Okay, which I'm here for.
Yeah,
love both.
What would it be?
Actresses.
I mean, would it have anything to do with the previous plots, or just kind of a new movie altogether with the name Pirates of the Caribbean?
I think that's what it is. It's just like use the brain recognition. I love those actresses. Karen Gillan, of course, was Amy in Doctor Who, a teenage favorite of mine, and then Margot Robbie. We share a birthday, me and her.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So I'm always
share a birthday with Mickey Mouse.
Oh wow. Yeah, so I'm always in Margot's corner, and Karen's great. She's Nebula, of course.
Oh, okay.
In the Guardians films.
Yeah, no. She was great as Nebula.
Oh, yeah. So we here at viseNvincent fully endorse the female Pirates of the Caribbean. And we can't wait to see what they do with it. Now, Taylor, now that Election Day has passed...
oh right, yes. Back to our politics podcast.
Yes.
We got sidetracked a lot on the pirates.
And politics suck, and I don't want to talk about them anymore. So that's it for our first and only episode of There's the Noise. And now we're back to viseNvincent, a shortcut to it.
Oh hey!
Yeah, it's me, Cooper Vice again.
Cooper Vice and Taylor Vincent. Man, that was.
And we're not gonna talk about politics anymore. Instead, we're gonna talk about the other big event in November, Thanksgiving.
Yep. So the time to reflect, a time for peace,
a time
to kill,
no time to die. No, it's Thanksgiving time almost, and I guess
we're just joshing you.
Yeah, I guess you are gearing up for the famous Eaglewood Thanksgiving decorations contest that happens every year in your neighborhood.
Yeah, no, it's exciting.
What kind of theme do you think you guys are going to go for this year? It's your first year in the neighborhood, and you have to make a big impression.
Right. We do have to let everyone know how serious we are.
Yeah, because I know that I have kind of an inside scoop. Alan Marchman down the street is gearing up to buy one of those 12-foot pilgrims that they sell.
Man, that's good. Well, thanks for the info.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of maybe just, put like a little turkey outside.
No, it's like a big, like go big or go home. It's either got to be a big turkey or
like... You're going to put me on the spot. I had a plan, but now I feel like I need to scrap that all together.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here. We're going to brainstorm this together with this will take us out. This is our last segment of the podcast, and this would just 5 to 10 minutes of just full-blown, pure blue sky brainstorming.
I got it. As you were talking, it came to me. So, our house is basically all just white brick.
Yeah.
What if... Now, this might take a lot of work more than it's worth, but that's what these contests are for.
Yeah, of course.
We take those famous Thanksgiving colors, like brown, red, yellow, orange. Yeah. And alternate white bricks and paint our house a brand new color of Thanksgiving. And then on our garage doors, we do like a mural of the family. Mm-hmm. Because we're thankful for our family.
Yes.
That's on one of them. It's just like a kind of a self mural portrait.
That's on like Renee's door. And
then the other one is just, I guess, a turkey. Help me with that one.
Well, you could do... So, if we want to do, like, a thematic parallel or something, the left could be, like... Well, visually it would make more sense for the right one to be... So, the right... If you're looking at the house, the right garage door mural is your family sitting at the table enjoying a modern Thanksgiving meal.
So, well, currently my family consists of me, Renee,
and 2
Albert,
animals,
and Magnolia, our dog and cat, respectively.
Yes. Well,
so are they at the table as well?
Yeah, I think they're sitting in chairs.
Okay, kind of like one of those old portraits of like dogs playing poker.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
yeah, they're clutching forks and knives.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
And then on the left is like a very pastoral scene of like the mythical first Thanksgiving between the Pilgrims and the indigenous people.
And maybe since that one's bigger, we kind of like artistically paint, or with like using calligraphy, paint the names of like deceased family members.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
And kind
of sad, but also, you know, it's a reflective, thankful time this year. To just be glad that we are alive.
Yeah, and part of being thankful is just like being considerate and like thinking about like the past and stuff like that. Wouldn't it be so nice if the table that the Pilgrims and the Native Americans were sitting at kind of extended through the invisible
like the
space between,
of the
and
house.
then and it seemed like you, Renee, and your 4-legged children were sitting at the end of the table from the first Thanksgiving.
That's beautiful.
God damn. That's really something.
We did it.
Okay, cool.
I hope no one else finds out about this.
No, if anybody
Please don't tell anyone.
I mean, I guess if you see a picture of you and Renee on somebody else's garage door, you'll know that like they got the scoop on you.
Dang.
But I mean, if they want it done right, they would probably need you to sit for the painting.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is, if any neighbors come to your door offering to allow you to sit for a portrait for free anytime in the next 3 weeks, turn them down.
Yeah. But then we could kind of turn it into like they could do it for us. Like they could do our garage.
So maybe let them in on the fact that you know that they're trying to steal it, and then be like, well, here, you're not going to nail it the first time. Why don't you practice on our doors?
Haha, yeah.
And then after they do that, call the police. Tell them that they're trying to steal your Thanksgiving idea, and then they won't.
No, the Shelby County Sheriff is who I'm going to call.
They won't have a pot to piss in.
Right.
And you'll have a free painting.
Yeah.
And they'll be in jail.
And we'll be on the front page of the Shelby County Reporter.
Yeah. You'll win a $100 gift card to O'Charlie's.
Our favorite restaurant.
Yes.
Our favorite restaurant to go to and think about Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the rolls.
You know, going in the booths.
The booths.
And smelling those yeast rolls.
Mm-hmm. Any yard ornaments or anything like that? Just in case, because the eye will get caught by the house, but then it'll go down and the bareness of it might be off-putting.
Probably like cute little, forest animals.
Okay.
Just pretty simply. I mean, like a little, like stakes in the yard.
Mm-hmm. Snakes?
Steaks.
Oh, stakes. Okay.
You know this thing you like put picket fences?
Yes.
And it's on a stake.
Okay.
Stakes in the yard, but like little pictures of animals. 2D, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
Sure.
So people don't get too scared when they're driving by and they think something about to run in. No.
Deer.
Yeah, like deer, obviously turkey.
Big turkey.
Squirrels. Things that come along to Disney princesses when they sing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Little skunk.
Yeah.
Skunk. Cool. All right. Well,
now that we got that taken care of.
Yeah, I think it's time to get out of here.
Okay.
Now that we have your
unlock that door.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully everything's good out there. Well, stay tuned for any updates from Taylor about how decorating for Thanksgiving is going. Of course, there is not a. I don't have a Thanksgiving decorating competition. We just do the lame ones like Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah, we should get Lake Forest in on that.
Yeah,
they're a pretty They're a pretty good neighborhood.
Yeah. But they only do.
But if anyone does
holidays.
Sorry,
it's okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm just mad about the Lake Forest Homeowners Association. But anyway,
if anyone does know good mural painters, and they would like to volunteer, so we don't have to go through calling the police. I don't like confrontation.
No.
Unless guy with a backpack is not wearing a mask and here to take my pie.
You loved confrontation then.
I loved that very specific scenario.
Yeah.
But otherwise, confrontation is not exactly what I want.
No.
So I don't want to have to call the cops on somebody and like deal with a practice round. Yeah. If somebody knows just an actually good artist and wants to give them our contact information.
Would this be pro bono?
Yeah, for sure.
No money changing hands in this.
Not at all.
They're doing this for exposure.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
They can put like a little @Instagram sign at the bottom of the mural or something like that.
That looks really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that because it kind of takes away from the whole.
Maybe you or Renee are on your phone in the modern side of it, and on the I don't know. It's just
we can workshop it.
It's like a way to make people think, because that's like the big part of the annual Thanksgiving decorating contest is like you want to create a great American image of Thanksgiving, but you also want to leave people with a little something to kind of chew on as they drive through the neighborhood
for their own Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly.
Because believe it or not, Cooper, on Thanksgiving we don't just chew turkey.
No. We chew on thoughts. So email viseNvincent@gmail.com if you want to paint a mural for free. And I've been Cooper Vice.
And this has been Taylor Vincent.
And this has been viseNvincent. We don't usually say this has been this many times. I've kind of forgotten how to do outros. This has been a shortcut to a good time.
Good night.
Good night.